It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
So good to be with you again, everybody. The NBA season has now hit its stride. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith on 2K Sports. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Portland Trailblazers going up against the Phoenix Suns. For Phoenix, it's been all about winning games right now. Over the first half of the season, we've gotten a good sense of what this team is capable of. When they're on, which they have been consistently, they are an excellent unit. Well, as we know, the value of great outside shooting perhaps never higher than it is right now. Kenny, in your mind, who are the premier shooters in the game?
I'll tell you, it's obvious that the Splash Brothers, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, top two guys shooting the basketball. Kyle Korver's right up there. An undervalued, underrated shooter, Carmelo Anthony.
Stop it. You name Carmelo before you name Dirk Nowitzki, before you name Damian Lillard, before you name Kevin Durant. I'll even put Jose Calderon.
Oh, you're kidding me. Over
Carmelo, yes, all day, every day.
Carmelo?
Yes.
Give me a shooting contest, Jose versus Carmelo. I'm taking Carmelo every night.
You set it up. Jose, what's up, Papi?
May 23rd, Shaq.
May 23rd.
Let's go down to Kevin Harlan.
The starting lineup for the visiting Portland Trailblazers. At power forward, Ed Davis. At center, Chris Kaman. At shooting guard, CJ McCollum. At the other forward position, Carmelo Anthony. At the other guard position, Damian Lillard. The head coach of the visiting team is Terry Stotts. It's time to read the starting lineup for your Phoenix Suns. At power forward, 6 feet 10 inches, number 41, Markieff Morris. Starting at the other forward position, standing 6'8", number 23, Michael Sanders. The big man, standing 6'11", number 22, the Machine. The 6'6" guard from Kentucky, number 1, Devin Booker. Starting at point, at 6'0", number 3, Chris Paul. The head coach of your home team is Jeff Hornacek. Let's hear it for your Phoenix Suns.
It's an all-Western Conference matchup in today's game as the Trailblazers come into town for this one. And as we start the weekend here on this Friday night, 2K Sports welcoming you to NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan, and here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. For the Suns, they continue their stretch of home games. Very strong basketball is the recipe for them right now. 4 straight wins, looking for number 5.
Well, right now for the Suns, what a start to the season it's been for them. I mean, it has taken them no time to find that rhythm. They have looked fantastic from day one.
And, Greg, we knew they had potential, but thought it would take a while. What's been surprising is how quickly they've made it happen.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Lillard at the point with C.J. McCollum playing the 2. Davis is out there with Chris Kaman. And it's Anthony in at the 3 spot, and it's Davis missing. And it's Phoenix's ball. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
You know, sometimes you're going to win because of your performance, and on occasions, which was the case for them, it's the play of your opponent that allows you to escape with wins.
Well, you're right. I mean, there were a lot of turnovers in that game, some caused by their good defensive play, but some were just carelessness.
And so it's the Suns getting on the board first. 3-on-3. The pass to Paul. Puts up a three. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And on the bench for the Suns is Jeff Hornacek, probably one of the tougher coaches in the league. He'll bend your ear if you make mental errors.
Now here's Lillard. He's coming off a 31-point game against Cleveland.
Yeah, but Kevin, a lot of those points came at the line. I mean, he was aggressive to attack the D, not settling, and really did a good job of cashing in on those free throws.
Now here's Paul, following the miss by Carmelo Anthony. They set the pick. Morris a screen. And Sanders, here we go. The teardrop falls in.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
For the Trailblazers, it's been a slow start here. Nothing yet up on the scoreboard for them. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
And you know what? A shame that either team had to lose that game, because you had to be proud of the way they battled in it.
Yeah, I suppose that's right, but it still was heartbreaking. I mean, you hate to lose in OT. No matter how hard you played, you want to come out on top if you're going to play those extra minutes.
Here's Paul. The Blazers getting the bucket. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. There's the feed to Sanders. 6 to shoot. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the way out. Sanders has got his second bucket of the game to go. Trailblazers trail by 7. Lillard outside. He feeds it to McCollum. Fires for 3, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. McCollum's got 5 now.
Well, I'd have to say Lillard is one of the game's best passers right now.
Now here's Booker. He's tightly guarded. The Suns need to get a shot off, and it's good.
Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Clark, shots be falling. That's for sure. They're scoring with a tremendous amount of confidence.
You went straight playground old school there, partner.
Portland with the ball. The Suns getting the bucket. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
And guys, what I like about Damian Lillard, very decisive with the ball in his hands, always in attack mode. He keeps it hopping, and he has a killer instinct in the clutch.
And for Lillard, he keeps the ball moving, as Greg was talking about. And Clark, he keeps his teammates involved.
Very proficient in the pick and roll, understands the nuances of looking at weak side defenders and getting to the free throw lane for the roll man. He knows all the tricks to make that pick and roll really successful.
Damian Lillard is a 2-time All-Star. He just keeps getting better and better, and I love his demeanor on the floor. He seems a lot older than he really is.
Yeah, he's got an old head, and he's got a very even-keeled disposition about him, which serves him well. He almost missed the All-Star game last season and was an injury replacement.
And for Lillard, that motivation. And remember, he got cut from Team USA a couple summers ago in favor of Derrick Rose and Kyrie Irving, and Lillard calls it wood on the fire. Those things keep him focused and also hungry.
Sanders. Shot is no good. Great D that time from Davis. Trailblazers trail by 5. Lillard dishes to Davis. Anthony against Sanders. Outside Anthony. He dishes it to Kaman. The shot. And that misses everything.
And remember, Lillard, the former Rookie of the Year, he's had his snubs, but also he's gotten some recognition. Even playing in the Pacific Northwest, he's got his own signature shoe now, and his star definitely on the rise.
What a year for the Suns in terms of transactions. Started the season with Dragic and Thomas on the roster and moved them both, Clark, at the deadline.
And, you know, most folks saw the Dragic trade coming after his disagreements with the team. The Thomas trade was a bit of a surprise, though.
Okay, gentlemen, two shots.
And he makes the first.
And as you said, the Suns made a flurry of deals at the deadline. You knew they would move one guard, but ended up moving two, brought back one as well.
So he gets them both.
When the Suns made all those trades, you kind of figured there would be some adjustment, and they did fall off a bit. Still, they felt what they had wasn't quite good enough going forward, so they got a jump on rebuilding last year.
Now here's Lillard. Great numbers on a nightly basis as he averages over 24 points a game. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Trailblazers trail by 5. And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got 7 points in the game.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
Paul with the ball. In the game against Orlando, very impressive. Booker drains it from beyond the arc. 5 points in the game.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Now, here's Lillard. A 3 from McCollum. Morris with the rebound.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I'm about as shocked as you are, Clark. He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Portland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. The dish to Anthony. McCollum with the screen for Anthony. He had to fade back on that one, but still got it to go.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Carmelo Anthony, the 3rd pick overall in the 2003 NBA draft, was in some pretty good company at the top of that one, as I recall.
I mean, you had LeBron going 1, and of course, Darko Milicic was number 2 on that list. But how about D-Wade at 4? A little bit of a surprise, Chris Bosh. You know, all those guys, with the exception of Melo, have rings.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
And back to Melo's top 5 draft mates in 2003, all having rings. You can't choose the team you play for as a rookie. Melo simply hasn't been surrounded by that much talent. That's why it was somewhat surprising that he re-signed with the rebuilding Knicks team last season.
Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Chris Kaman. Now here's Paul. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game. Good.
And that's going to increase the field goal percentage even more. They have a huge edge in that category.
And that's because they've been playing smart basketball. I mean, they've been very patient offensively, and their shot selection has been superb.
Here's McCollum after the Suns pick up 2. Count that one.
And guys, talking about Melo, I mean, he's faced some difficult injuries here of late. That puts all the more pressure on him to win a ring as soon as possible. No way does he want to retire without that chance.
Trailblazers trail by 6. Lillard. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
Yeah, real nice shot selection there. I guess he's working on his buzzer beater form.
That's a reach, but perhaps that is the case. Or maybe he was trying to knock a bird off of the scoreboard.
He's about right. Because I still can't figure that one out.
No, and I see no birds.
No.
So for the Suns, Tyson Chandler. He's checked in for Markieff Morris. Crowder comes in for Sanders. And it's Crawford in for Booker. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Robert Covington comes in for Davis, and it's Powell in for C.J. McCollum. Now go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Jeff Hornacek.
Coach told me they're hoping to overcome the problems a player like Carmelo Anthony presents to defenses. He said Melo's combination of strength, size, and skill set make it very difficult to keep him from scoring each trip down the floor. What he is hoping for is to throw different looks at Melo to keep him out of his rhythm and to try to work from there.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Hey, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Suns?
With the aggression they're showing early on, I mean, they're driving it to the hoop with authority and force.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
Payne, he's checked in for the Suns. And Anthony drops them both. As magical as the 2014 playoffs were for the Blazers, remember they beat Houston in that first round, that great shot by Lillard late to win it and move on. 2015, not as much. You know, Greg, they drew a very tough Memphis team, as we recall, in the first round.
Yeah, you often talk about styles making fights. Very similar in this series. They would go on to drop the first 3 games before being bounced, but still a good showing for a team that struggled mightily down the stretch with injuries.
Now, here's Lillard. Screen by Nurkic. And Lillard kicks to Nurkic. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Nurkic has got his first points of the night.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
Crawford's shot is good.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
Pass to Powell. There's a screen. Screen by Nurkic. Anthony, the pass to Nurkic, connects on the 17-footer.
It's almost as if both teams are in a zone.
Well, offensively at least, partner. I mean, neither team's done jack diddly on D.
Now here's Payne. Talking about that win against the Magic, he was definitely a major factor as well.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And you know, guys, right now, they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life.
Powell. No good from outside. Phoenix leading by 7. Crowder kicks to Payne. Can't get it to go. Excellent D there from Anthony. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Over in the corner, Lillard. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Anthony can't hit.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Passes it to the machine. Payne kicks to Chandler. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Anthony's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Pass to Powell. The 3. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 5 assists tonight.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Timeout called, the Suns.
Hard to believe this, but Carmelo feels as if he's been underrated as a superstar to this point in his career. And I'm sure there are a lot of conflicting opinions on that topic.
Leonard, he's checked in for Portland. Here's the machine, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they are not backing off at all, are they?
For Carmelo, the numbers are there for him to be treated as a Tier 1 star still, I think, Clark, but it's hard to call him underrated.
Yeah, I think he'll be underrated until he's able to get to the championship round or maybe even win a ring. There's one thing that's clear, though. He's been under a lot of pressure since he's come into the league, and he hasn't been underrated in that regard.
Last season, Portland won the Northwest Division and had a good year, certainly, but they had some issues when they were the away team on the road and away from the Rose Garden. They had some problems.
Yeah, actually played under 500 on the road, Kevin. Something you rarely see out of a team that wins 51 games.
The first one falls.
And as you said with the Blazers, they were the only team to win 50 games and still lose more than they won on the road. Last team to do that was the 2013 Denver Nuggets.
Iman Shumpert's checked in for the machine. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And we saw a similar first-round exit for the Blazers of that 2013 Nuggets team. If the Blazers want to go deeper this season, they'll need to be much tougher on the road.
Now here's Crawford. He's coming off a 10-point game against Orlando.
Boy, for Jamal Crawford, guys, it's been a really good career. Not many guys can maintain his level of quickness after 15 years in the league. I mean, but last season, he finally started to show a little wear and tear.
And back to Crawford last season, he was down in field goal and three-point percentage. Plus, he battled with a calf injury that ultimately kept him out of 17, 18 games late in the year.
Yeah, Kevin, but his deep range spread the floor when he was out there. He still has that presence about him that you have to honor him. And he also hits some very timely shots. A dangerous assassin who always needs to be accounted for. And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
A little shot fake there, got the D out of position. Powell's got 7 points in the game.
He's got to be a little embarrassed for joining the Paratroopers club on that pump fake.
Payne kicks to Crawford. Feeds it to Chandler. It's rebounded by Leonard.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Dishes to Lillard. He kicks it to Covington. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Now just a 1-point Suns lead. And here's Crawford. With 1 on the clock. Got it off in time, but it's no good. At the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. Suns ahead, leading by a point. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And you talk to Chris Paul, and it's clear he was born to play the point guard position. Vertically challenged, that's classic coming from Chris Paul. But, you know, seriously, Greg, he's taken that challenge and made the most of what he's got. A terrific play.
Really, and you know what? He's actually turned that challenge on his head when he goes right at much bigger players and uses their size against them.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys see?
You always like it when your team doesn't settle for outside shots, and that's been the case here early on.
Yeah, I agree with you. They've done a nice job, Greg, working it low and not taking the easy way out on offense, keeping that pressure on the defense by going inside.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor for Portland, Davis is out there with Myers Leonard. Then there's McCollum. Then it's Robert Covington, and it's Powell in at the 2. He misses the free throw.
And last year's midseason trade had to feel good to Iman Shumpert. Toiling away in New York, injured, uninspired. Boy, did he find new life in Cleveland. Of course, playing next to LeBron can do that for you.
Good on the second free throw. And for Shumpert last year, Clark, he added the defense and athleticism on the wing that Cleveland so desperately needed.
Yeah, he sure did, Kevin. And he also became a facilitator of all things. I mean, you wouldn't expect that from him, but he averaged over 3 assists a game, easily the best mark of his career.
Good point. Now here's McCollum. 11 points last game. Shot clock at 6. From deep three-point range, the shot by Powell, no good. The Suns leading. Booker in the corner. Wide open. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Now here's McCollum. The feed now to Powell. Left side, Davis. Kicks to McCollum. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Chandler with a screen for Paul. Chandler kicks to Paul. Shoots from 14. Rebound by the Trailblazers. There's the pass to McCollum. Three-pointer. Booker pulls it in.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
And the wide open shot from Morris. Sinks the triple. And the Suns lead by 7.
You know, what an advantage he brings to this offense, guys. I mean, being able to drain the 3-ball, that really can spread a defense and extend the defense as well.
Here's Powell. 14 points from him the last game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
And not just the scoring, it was also how fierce he was on defense, grabbing 3 steals on the night as well. And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Out of bounds, Suns ball as Phoenix keeps possession. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. For the past 10 games, these teams have been fantastic on rebounding. The Suns #1.
What a show of strength in terms of rebounding. I mean, they've really controlled the glass here of late, playing with some extreme physicality.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Paul dishes to Shumpert. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. There's the bucket. Good. McCollum's got 11 points.
And how about that one-man fast break?
I love the power finish at the end of it, too.
The drive by Shumpert. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And Iman Shumpert, more athlete than player when he entered the league. 42-inch max vertical, shoulders carved like Michelangelo. But he had a long way to go in terms of his skill set, and you can see that evolution right before your eyes.
Free throw, good, Shumpert. And talking about Iman Shumpert, he seemed to learn from working with LeBron and Kyrie last year.
Yes, Shumpert was brought over for his defense, clearly, but as a bonus, his offense improved and got better. Now let's see if he can build on that going forward.
The machine's checked in for the Suns. He doesn't get the second one.
Tell you what, man, it looks as though the light is officially gone on for Ed Davis. I mean, he drifted around a bit over his first 5 seasons, but he made real strides last year.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
And Phoenix making a change here. Sanders is checked in. Going back to Ed Davis, his rebounds, field goal percentage were way up last year. He's finally developed the strength to anchor inside, and Greg, the skill set to convert scoring opportunities as well.
And Kevin, you can see his confidence growing. He just needs to keep at it to reach his full potential.
No good from Booker.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
There's the dish to McCollum. Davis sets a screen. Here's Anthony. Good work defensively by Morris.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Now here's Paul. 6 points for him. He feeds it to Morris. Outside Anthony. And it's McCollum in the corner. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
No good from Booker. The Trailblazers have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
The drive by Paul. He dishes it to Booker. Fires, high post. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Booker's got 11 points. Portland trailing here. Here's McCollum. 13 points in the game. Pass to Powell. Sanders against Anthony. Came in a screen. Rocket 6. Powell, the pass to Davis. And here's McCollum for 3. Kaman kicks to Davis. Passes to Powell. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Anthony against Sanders. Pass to Powell. Back to Anthony. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Now here's Booker, covered by Anthony. That's short off the rim. Portland's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Here's Davis, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Phoenix looked to be on the verge of making it back into the playoffs last season. Ultimately, though, Greg, they faltered in the second half of the year.
Yeah, it was a 3-team race. And after coming up short in 14, the Suns had the edge early. As you said, Kevin, they simply couldn't keep things going in the second half of the season.
He's off on the first.
You know, guys, the Suns went from the 8th seed to finishing 10th in the West. I mean, it would have been a tough task for them to stay in the race, particularly after all the trades. I mean, their team was in transition.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Lillard's checked in. And the second free throw, good.
And when you shake up a roster, as the Suns did last year, it's hard to keep pace. They ended 6 games back of that final playoff spot, but that all happened after they decided to shake things up.
Sanders' shot is good.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Last time they met was in Portland this season.
Yeah, but they didn't roll over in that game. Had a good chance still to pull out the victory, just couldn't come through in crunch time.
Greg, I thought it was a solid effort from them all the way around. I mean, but as you and I know, moral victories are kind of empty consolation prizes. A loss is a loss.
Now here's McCollum. He's got 13. Outside Anthony. Feeds to Lillard. Kaman up top, covered by Morris. Deep 2 from Anthony. And there's the foul. It'll go on Ed Davis. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Kane, he's checked in for Paul. Nurkic checked in for Portland. Phoenix has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Now here's Booker. He's guarded by McCollum. They get it back.
He's just going all out to get the second chance points. Just a terrific finish.
There was no one that was going to prevent MGA from converting that one.
Well, clearly this is the kind of game that could come down to 1 or 2 plays, and he wants to be the guy to make those plays.
Now Booker After the miss, 3 from Damian Lillard. Sanders dishes to Booker. Plays it up and banks it in. Now it's a 6-point Phoenix lead.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Came in a screen. Dishes it to Carmelo. From deep. Again, the miss by Anthony.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
A nice shot by Booker.
Well, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
Now here's Anthony. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Cleveland.
And Kevin, a remarkable night for him, passing the basketball as well. He did a great job racking up the assists.
Taken away by Anthony. But oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. That's good. McCollum's got 15.
Carmelo Anthony showing you his passing skill there.
To the left wing. And Sanders, here we go. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
And here are the Trailblazers now. The Suns getting the bucket. McCollum kicks to Kaman. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Kaman's got his first basket of the night.
His eyes were wide open there, guys. Excellent vision to see they had an open shot outside and get it there.
And Sanders kicks to Payne. Booker in the corner. Soft touch off the glass. Booker's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But boy, that was a nice job.
Some changes for Phoenix. Chandler comes in for the machine. And it's Crawford in for Booker. And Portland with a change here too. Covington's checked in. Trailblazers trail by 8.
And guys, in a draft with so many talented big men and lead guards, Booker was a bit of a hot commodity. One of the purest sharpshooters in the draft, has a lightning quick release on his jump shot.
Now here's Anthony. 9 points in the game so far.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first, and that was pretty good.
Payne kicks to Sanders. The feed to Chandler. Stolen by McCollum. Lillard with it. Now guarded by Payne. Kicks it to Covington. Fires from the wing. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. And with Booker, you know, who is a Kentucky guy, he's a sharpshooter. Greg, you're talking about that. His dad actually played at the University of Missouri. He was a pretty good shooter. Clark, this Booker has a pretty good frame to work with, and I think that's going to serve him well in the NBA.
Yeah, I agree with you. I like his size. I like his stroke. I like his toughness. I think he's going to be better defensively than people think. He's got a lot of good stuff in his game already.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
For Phoenix, they have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And, guys, those numbers represent a nice step up from what they were last year.
And he knocks down the first one. Jake Crowder's checked in for Phoenix. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Leonard's checked in. And so Jamal Crawford nails both of them.
And, guys, with the Suns last year, you know, it wasn't a full return to that 7 seconds or less era, but it was pretty close. And the Suns were right at the top in terms of pace of play.
Here's Covington. He has 5. Back to Lillard. The tray. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2-for-6 start.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of him.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Crawford, no luck. Well, as our listeners and our viewers know, we love analytics, and pace is how many possessions you see during an average game. The Suns were close, Clark, to 100.
Yeah, only the Rockets and Warriors played at a higher pace than the Suns did, Kevin. And pushing the pace is really when they were most effective.
5 to shoot. Lillard from outside. And another 3 for Portland.
There's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes in this defense.
No doubt the defense had better play a little tighter.
Chandler with the screen on Lillard. Near the 3-point line, it's Morris. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper. Morris has got his second basket of the night. Trailblazers trail by 4. Lillard the pass to Covington. Back to Lillard. From deep 3-point range, and released it in time, but it's off the mark. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Suns lead by 4. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Bill Carmelo, after this first half of play, what do you believe the team needs to focus on from here on out?
Well, just communication and trusting one another. When somebody get beat, the next guy got his back, and we're just trying to get up and down, get going some way, somehow. For the most part, we did pretty good. A couple of adjustments on the defensive end. Make some shots and we'll be fine.
Melo, thanks for the time. Guys, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Hope you've been enjoying the excitement so far. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. For the Suns, the first quarter was pretty even. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the period with just a 1-point lead. The second quarter was a strong effort for them as they continued to battle, and they were able to close out the half in a good position. Kenny, let's start with you. What did you think about the Suns?
One strong area has been their work on the boards. And you're trying to get ahead in the score and stay there, it often comes down to a few extra possessions. That's why any extra rebounds can make a big difference. Now they have to come out in the second half and attack the glass with the same vengeance.
Shaq, how do you think Portland played?
Well, it was a huge first half for their bench, a.k.a. the others, played pretty good. When you get a boost like this, it always gives the team a lift. And given how well the others are contributing, we'll probably continue to see more minutes for them in the second half. Starters or not, when players are producing, you got to ride them, cowboy.
That wraps it up for halftime as the game is just about to get going again in the third quarter. We will see you later.